Oh well, learning curve.
Yes, and I think we get a little bit of that in one of these. It's not important. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, so the video that we're responding to specifically is this. Now, first of all, a man who feels like he has to declare he's smarter than someone else, not a great look. Also, as we will find out when we get to his video, he has no idea who I am. Like, he refers to me as a man throughout his entire video, and he took an image of me.
Oh, because you call yourself a trans woman? Doesn't that mean you're a man? So are you misrepresenting yourself, Ember?
Over the intersex symbol. Like, I'm on the intersex symbol. He looked right at it and still has no idea.
Are we
Okay.
gonna tell him? Are we gonna tell him?
Oh my
You
goodness.
mean?
It's fabulous. It's fabulous. So the title, Atheists Are Illogical. Now I want to switch over to the description in the video. Atheists are illogical. Except
Everybody
So
else, but
is
I'm
himself an
special.
atheist.
Yeah.
He is an atheist. And his title isn't Trans People Are Crazy. It isn't Ember's a Dum-Dum.
Oh, these people never clickbait? Right.
No, it's Atheists Are Illogical. And he himself is an atheist. But it's
Right.
except people like me. So this is huge pick me language. It's it's like the black people who saying that black people are a problem, insert problem, but not people like me though. It's the pick me thing. It's all women are stupid except women like me. It's
Right. It's not all men.
Mhm.
It's a title to hopefully get views. Maybe after this is over, we will go on your channel and see what kind of clickbait you offer.
It drives me a little bit nuts. So he goes on to say, in this video, I respond to a call-in show that had no call-ins. I honestly can't remember if we got a call or not, but the fact he wasn't one of them is pretty funny.
Yeah.
Again, they keep repeating this, and I've said repeatedly that I was driving, and it's illegal to use your phone while you're driving.
So
It was
the
like
errors in
it was like the third episode of our entire show. So like we weren't expecting a lot of calls.
So he says, to demonstrate how illogical we are, he says, the errors they make covered. Men can't speak about women's spaces unless they approve of trans entitled men. I'm not sure what the hell that means, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't know what man means either, but we'll get to that. Do not define woman/man or gender.
Adult human male.
We did.
Is it an error to not define something that no one asked you to define?
When the show is about who defines gender, what are you going to do? Are you going to define it, or are you going to say no one?
Is it?
It is.
I mean, Eli, so far this show, you have not defined what a mathematical fraction is. Does that mean?
Oh
that's
shit!
an
I'm so
error?
sorry.
Is Eli doing a show about mathematical fractions? See how dumb these people are?
You
Maybe
didn't
you
realize
have
my mistake.
Find what one stellar mass is. Is that an error on your part?
Define
My
all the things right away.
Just
Amazing.
get it out of the way real quick.
So we've also got the anachronistic application of genders in history and religion.
Yep.
Now, bear in mind,
Yep.
from Mr. Blockhead's perspective,
Yep.
gender and sex are interchangeable. So by
Nope.
his own reasoning, we're
Nope.
the illogical ones, but by
Nope.
his reasoning,
Nope.
sex did not exist
See? I
before
could
what,
be-
2015?
I could be sitting here going, you're attacking a
Amazing
straw man.
logic. I love it.
You could be attacking a straw
It's
man.
true the word gender has only existed for 800 years or so, but there's a lot of things that we describe in English terms from periods when English wasn't even a language. Like when we talk about, say,
Yeah.
the Roman Senate, they didn't call
That is in no way what I was saying.
it a Senate because they didn't speak English, for instance.
That's true.
Let's see, that trans and title men are not as much a threat as cis men. Again, I don't know what the fuck he means, but if he's talking about trans men, yes, we
agree.
have crime statistics. Trans men are not
Oh, because they're women.
really a threat at all. I like
I'm
they're
pretty certain.
strictly invisible.
Like none of these transphobes ever mention trans men. No, it's how trans women are men or some bullshit like that.
It's who knows, because apparently it's an error to not define things, and here he is not defining what the hell he's talking about. So whatever.
Yeah.
Also,
I didn't
error.
put it.
Oh, and they didn't either on their show about who defines gender.
Yeah, I interpret it as it being trans men that are entitled. You know, like, hey, I feel entitled to go to the men's bathroom or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Who can
No, I'm consistent. If I use trans woman, I put the woman in quotes, and unless it's intentional to not do so because I don't want to deal with somebody. Or if I say a trans entitled man, he is a trans woman that is a man, because my man in philosophy only has one definition. There you are.
Who can say? All right, so this fellow, he's been on a bit of a rant for a while, right?
Bit on a
And
rant.
we know from digging a little bit into his background and the various rants he's given us in side chats
He's talking about
that
background.
according to him, he
So they-
used to be neutral on the gender thing, or
Yes.
possibly even a little bit trans supportive.
Yes.
But then he had his peak trans moment.
Yeah.
And for anybody who isn't aware, peak trans is a term that transphobes use to describe when they have experienced a wrong so intense, it shattered this false ideology that people deserve human rights and made them, because one person did something they didn't like, now the entire demographic must pay. This is
What's a transphobe?
exactly the same kind of reasoning the KKK uses to justify harming black people, because one black person hurt them ever, so
I never justify harming trans people.
all black people must be punished, sort of deal.
Okay.
It's phenomenal. But his peak trans moment apparently was when he called Takis, according to him, last December. Now that's the Transatlantic Call-In Show, which happens on the Line Network on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. First of all, that call was the previous January, and second, he was already on an anti-trans crusade when he made the call. And we know that because he made this video about the call where he's already transphobic. So let's look at this call. Now this is his copy of the call with his own commentary. He starts out by saying, well, he starts out with his introduction thing, which is like, this is covered by Section 107 of the Copyrights Act or whatever. But then nope, stop it. This part. As many of you know, I recently called into a trans show. It went as expected, muted and dishonest conversation. It's interesting. This is exactly the same line we get from theists with
That's and that's because of the line. It's not because they were trans people.
the atheistic call-in shows. They go, oh, I tried to gish gallop and they muted me. How unfair. My goodness.
Well,
I
like, I
didn't engage with my
also,
red herring.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Well, like, I'm not gonna give you a chance to speak. You muted me. Unfair.
It's an adventure. And eventually, I asked Josie 2 questions. So first of all, misgendering, intentional misgendering, because he fucking knows
Correctly sexing Josie.
better. This is just, I don't know what he thinks he's doing here. Like, Josie
Don't police my language. Am I policing yours?
cares what some asshole thinks.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to be hurtful. And this is the man who calls Eli a bully. Like, this is nothing but cowardly bullying.
Whoa. No. Eli said he was going to bully me. I didn't say Eli was a bully. I wanted him to be a bully. See, these guys are morons. I got a wife calling. Enjoy.
Trying to bully a girl.
Like,
Big
trust
man.
me,
Amazing.
I
Oh,
doubt
busy.
she ever watched this review.
Not a chance. But also, dodged each of them. I begin to wonder if
What?
Mr. Atheist Illogical knows what dodged
you mean?
means. Observe.
Did I hear you say earlier that you don't think
Okay, thank
that the biological man should be placed in prison with women? Or
I don't believe that a trans woman should be entered in a prison with with men. Yes.
How about
Oh, see, that's a dodge. Didn't actually answer my question.
a biological man in a women's bathroom?
I
So-
believe that trans women should be able to use the bathroom.
Yes, that's another dodge. Believed to use the bathroom. Did not say which one.
Yes, trans people should be able to use the bathroom.
Yeah.
Duh. Also, worth noting, Logan apparently, at least as of this video, good with any pronouns. So feel free to call her whatever the hell you like. She is all down for it.
Yes, I don't language police.
That's what it says.
That's not a dodge. That's a clarification. That is
Yeah.
directly answering the question with greater accuracy than it was asked.
No, the bathroom is not any bathroom. When I say I went to the bathroom, it means the men's room.
Dodging is when you change to something else. Like, why are you asking about women's bathrooms when we should be talking about men's sports? For instance.
We should talk about sports. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, basically that was like it, the question was not only answered but given more information about like what I mean by that. So yeah, that, I'm with you there.
Fucking wild. So this goes on for all the sometime. His real problem is with Arden, and we don't need to get into that. The fact of the matter is that Arden got a little bit heated because of this kind of dishonest, disingenuous, bad faith bullshit.
No, it wasn't bad faith. I was nervous and, it didn't go well. And Arden is a punk.
So fair enough. And basically called him a clown in slightly stronger language. And he wasn't happy about that. So that, according to him, is his peak trans moment. But the fact that he's starting the call.
No, it's more along the line of I start insulting them, then I will be muted or cut. If you're going to insult me, then give me a fair platform where I can do the same to you.
This weird misgendery game of, do you think men belong in women's bathrooms?
Right.
Obviously, no one thinks that. So he's actually talking about trans women.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm talking about, and I mean, if you guys don't know what a man is, I don't know what to tell you.
Duh.
Right.
So basically, let me see if I understand this. A trans woman said a word that made him feel certain emotions, and he could not control them, and therefore all trans women are suddenly terrible people.
No, that's not my logic. Arden's an ass. And a lot of people share that opinion, even people that are trans allies. And especially Matt Dillahunty is an ass. And even more so, they think Jimmy is an ass. But I can't show my receipts. Well, I can show one receipt if you want it. But, because they need to keep quiet because the line has so much power.
And not allowed to exist. And so therefore he calls them whatever he wants. Did I get that somewhere?
Yeah, he's justified in bullying people because they won't say the thing he wants them to say. Fucking bullies.
Yeah.
Like,
Those
so,
are just big feelings.
In the business, we call this a cry bully. It's a person who deliberately and aggressively harasses someone and then cries when people call them out on their abusive and hurtful behavior. Talk about an entitled man.
I didn't know there was a term for that. I always called it a narcissist.
I realize that's like the internet these days, but that does refer to a specific diagnosis that does always apply to people like this. Now, I don't know Mr. Blockhead. Maybe he is, but maybe he's not,
right.
And we don't know, so we should.
Right.
I
You're right.
think entitled clown is pretty fitting.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with that. Thank you for correcting me on that, Amber.
It's all right. Internet speak is what I'll say things from time to time, not realizing I'm just doing an internet idiom. We all do it, all human. It's fine.
I'm guilty of it as well. So I appreciate the reminder as well.
Yeah, for sure. And also, speaking of reminders, Left-Handed Jedi is reminding us that he's been a member for 27 months.
Getting bored.
That's enough for 3 babies. 3 times 3. It's a trinity of
Wow.
probably.
Facts.
Probably. Or something.
Oh my goodness. All right, so that's not a Jedi.
It does look like the Darth Maul. So like these.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. I'm willing to be out nerded. Oh, Miranda says, please do not get pregnant 3 times back to back to back.
That's good advice.
All right, so another thing. First, Blockhead. He before this video even, he has other videos. At least one. I didn't pay that much attention, but I did notice at least one where he goes after Matt Dillahunty for being pro human rights. So he's very much pro trans before this, or pro transphobia before this. It gets convoluted with this kind of nonsense. The peak trans thing.
I think I got on Matt for being a coward and running away from Andrew Wilson. But, unless they want to show the receipt, I don't care.
Mentions in the description of the video we're going to be reviewing today, he suggests a channel. And I think he does it in a couple other videos or comments under other videos called Peak Trans. And Peak Trans is an interesting channel. A few people have asked me to cover one of her videos at some point or another, but I haven't found anything that's worth the time.
Why don't you actually contact Maria and maybe she would have a conversation with you?
But there is something interesting because she also has a peak trans story. She apparently used to be like broadly feminist until she decided that some women shouldn't have rights
Hmm.
in the name of women's
As you do.
rights. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
as one does. According to her, and this is published on her website, which I found because Logan linked directly to it, she tells a story. It's a very, very long story that has nothing to do with her peak trans moment until it does, which is actually like a paragraph or something. Maybe it's 2 paragraphs. I could be mistaken. Far be it from me to be mistaken about a text source, but that's a joke for later. We'll get to that. What's her name? Maria McLaughlin? Yeah, Maria McLaughlin.
That sounds right. Yeah.
Yes. She recounts a tale on her site that she was engaging some trans activists at Speaker's Corner, and she was viciously attacked by these teen trans people. And that is
She was, and he got convicted.
what changed her mind. The fact that she was already there with TERFs shouting at them and harassing them. She was totally on their side. It was when they attacked her. But also, she links to videos that show this attack. So let's have a quick look. Let's hit 1 second, please. I have to open, I have to check on the message.
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Oh, okay, okay. Yep, it's our friend.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, it's amazing. All right, all
What
right.
is happening?
Let's do meta. Let's do the meta thing. I'll open this in a browser and share. This is what was just sent to me.
Oh yeah, that's what I was
Apparently-
describing earlier with
Uh-huh.
the ears and the unicorn
That's
and stuff.
Awesome.
There is a total of 1 person watching, and it's someone that is bullying him. That's what we can call it.
I
know,
know.
like-
Someone just bullying
This
us.
is amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, as
Yes, I don't have an audience really. Okay.
much as I detest AI slap generally, this is hilarious.
This
I
is
look
really
pretty cute,
good.
right?
Thank you. I was quite proud of it.
Like my bald head looks pretty cute.
I
Like,
know.
Yeah,
it's not as
AJ's
cute,
adorable.
but I like it.
I like that my beer is full. It means I just finished a different one, and it's the Mad TV guy, which I think is hilarious, or the Mad Magazine guy. I guess is-
Yeah, I think it's not TV or something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Alfred E.
and the
Newton.
unicorn is.
I
Don't
do
take my
appreciate
word on it.
I appear to have a fruity beverage, which is absolutely spot on correct. So
Yeah.
points there. I mean, I'm
And AJ's got a
assuming
martini.
I'm the unicorn here since the other 2 are taken.
It's
Amazing,
so
amazing.
funny though. It's like he is supposed to be like this beacon of morality and such, right? And then he's targeting people's looks because that's all he
Yeah.
can do. Like, or my baldness and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you look like that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I actually think she looks nice bald. I mean, and I just said a tiny woman, a Alfred E. Newman, and a gender unicorn have a drink at the bar. That's all I said.
Such great arguments. It's incredible. So
Mhm.
there's
Oh, I'm still waiting for you to get to the arguments, but it's okay. I mean, you guys called me a blockhead, and I make this thing, and you say, "Oh, all he has is insults." Kind of hypocritical, maybe.
all right. So Maria's
Logan,
big trans woman. What's that?
I was going to say, Logan, let the number of times I've asked your opinion about my appearance indicate to you the level of interest I have in that opinion.
Exactly.
None at all.
Oh, wowzers. Okay. Okay. So Maria, she linked 2 videos that people took of this incident where she was viciously attacked by the
Yes.
trans teens. So let's have a look at this.
He was convicted. Are you going to get to that?
So this is Maria in the middle here with the purple hair, and there goes a teen running by to slap her camera out of her hands. Now, to be fair, that is not cool. That
Like
is
we agree.
criminal mischief sort of thing. But we can also see very clearly that the intention was clearly broadcast to be specifically at the camera, and it was an intentional property crime, but it is
Yeah.
deliberately just a property crime.
Yeah.
And also it's not even damaged because we see in a second when the camera pans back to her, she still got the camera. It was on
Still
a
has
strap.
it.
So hooray. I mean, that doesn't undo the attempt at doing damage, but whatever.
Luckily,
Right.
yeah, her property wasn't damaged.
Yeah. What else is lucky? We got a super chat from Miranda who sends us $10. Thank you, Miranda. And Miranda says, I always knew Ember was a magic.
What am-
Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I have some clip on demon horns over. It's fine. It's fine.
I just want to stab
Andrea,
things with my head.
this video is silent, but the next 2 clips do have some sound.
Okay.
So she goes on from here to get in the faces of the protesters. She's trying to track the person. Okay. Whatever, they're I don't know if she's trying to track the person who swatted at her camera, but she like walks face first right into the protesters. Whatever. So this next clip is from another person further back and off to the side. And there's Maria, who has her hands on a completely different teenager, apparently assaulting the shit out of them. And then we see the person who struck her camera run over and clearly hit her,
Yeah.
which again,
Mhm.
not cool. However,
Right.
Yeah,
Maria
it seemed
is-
like she was trying to defend the other person from getting hit. But
right, when you see a person being assaulted, now this is in the UK, I don't know what UK laws are, but when you see a person being assaulted, it's generally considered acceptable to use the minimum necessary force to stop the other person from hurting the victim. You know?
Mhm.
Not an ideal situation, especially since, as I understand it, this is Speaker's Corner, which means there were probably police around, but understandable. And then this is a third angle from a different person on the turf side. And let's see. Coming into frame over on the right side here, as these people get out of the way, you're going to see Maria attacking the child again. That small black thing and the smack you heard, that was Maria's camera finally letting go because Maria's in the middle of assaulting a child.
Okay. What started it? You know, we're not seeing what started it. Okay. And I really can't tell what Maria is doing. But if she was smacking a child, was she sued? I don't know.
It's fascinating
Yeah.
to yell at male violence while Maria is assaulting a child.
Oh,
And
Like
then we see
the-
our
There's a
squatter come in. Only that teenager away from her.
And like the teenager is very clearly trying to protect their
oh, that is a small child. I have to look at this later. Never noticed a small child.
head like
Yeah.
this, obviously not attacking back.
Right.
So I would say it's
Wow.
justifiable to say that the person that came and whacked Maria on the
So, you know, I always doubt myself, but I'm pretty sure the man that attacked her got prosecuted. I have to look it up later. So if this were the case that he was protecting the child, how did he get prosecuted or why?
head or whatever she got whacked at on her body had justification
Yeah.
in doing that. You know,
It's just crazy to me to think that like this is the moment where she decided that trans people were bad when she got hit for assaulting one of them.
Right,
Interesting.
because it's not about truth or reality or philosophical
Wait a minute. I thought she assaulted a child. A child's not a trans woman.
justification. It's any justification. It's having a thing. A bad thing happened to me. I was punched. Never mind that I was assaulting a child at the time. I was punched by one of those vicious trans activists. So that justifies.
But you know what? I'm going to ask Maria about this. See if she answers. She responds to me sometimes.
Is my hatred of all trans people.
like, look, she was attacked by a teenager. Why does she not hate all teenagers now?
Weird how selective she is in that.
Maybe
Like,
she does.
Maybe
You
We
know what?
don't know
That's
that.
fair. That's fair.
She looks pretty fed up in this video. and-
Yeah.
For realsies. The only reason I mention this is because it goes to show that these types of transphobes, these bad faith, aggressively unreasonable individuals, to phrase it nicely, they operate the same way. They will say, look at this instance, this is what turned me anti-trans, when they were clearly already anti-trans. It's a common thread. It's a pattern, you might say. So with
Yes.
that picture painted, and it's no wonder that Logan looks up to her because he's trying so hard to be a
Heroes.
step off the old block.
I respect her.
Heroes don't wear capes. Some heroes don't wear capes. Some assault teenagers.
And keep in mind, again, I offered all three of these people to discuss this live. I have a video on my channel where I demonstrate that I can stay quite civil. I talked 3 hours to a trans person from Australia. 3 hours. It was a good conversation. But these three are somehow claiming, oh, he's going to make a video without us. We'll make one without him. I kept offering. Nobody said, yes, let's set it up. Nobody, not once. I did it again today. Nobody, not one.
I don't understand. I mean, okay, so I don't want to get too sidetracked on Maria, but I have looked at a couple of her videos over the years, and she tends to open them by standing up and shoving her chest right in the camera.
She does.
But it's trans people
I
for
think
her.
it's
Now,
supposed-
to be fair,
think it's
she
supposed
has a
to be-
medallion that
yeah,
says,
yeah,
I think it's like adult human female or whatever the fuck they say.
Yeah.
But
That's so
she
weird.
doesn't just like zoom in on the thing. She stands
Yeah.
up and shoves her chest into the camera.
She could
Okay.
be like this, like hold it out in front of it or something like that.
But wait a minute.
Kind of like someone that wears a pretentious hat and sucks on a e-cig. Not pretentious at all.
One of the things that transphobes always bring up is like, well,
What's a transphobe?
why do I need to know about your gender? Why do all trans people show it in my face? And here she is. I am a
Literally,
whatever the fuck it was called, like a human female, adult human female, whatever. It's like, okay, go on. Settle down.
All right. So
that is fascinating.
now with all that interlude, I hope y'all are enjoying so far.
I am.
We can get to
Does Eli have
the
anything,
actual video.
does Eli have anything to say besides preaching to the choir?
And this is Logan's video. You may notice from the runtime, I've cut it down significantly. There's a few reasons for this. Logan spends the first part of his video arguing with the chat, like the chat who was there at the time, not me and AJ. I cut a big chunk of that out. I left a few things in because there's a few points I want to make and a few things that are kind of funny, but I cut a big chunk of that out because it has nothing to do with anything. Then he spends another big chunk about the Bible. Okay.
Because that was on your show and you were wrong. And I mean, you guys don't digress or whatever you want to call it. I mean, please stay on topic then.
It's a long time, yeah. And there it is again. Trans entitled man.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
this is
Whatever the
So
fuck that
this is
means.
his opening screen.
trans entitled men.
It says, for those of you who may be having trouble seeing it, it says, be aware that when I, this is Logan's print up here, make fun or otherwise criticize trans entitled
It's in the pride font. I thought they'd be happy.
men, I'm not making fun of a minority. Men are literally not a minority. Logic, right? Like black men aren't black because they're men. Asian men aren't Asian because they're men. Gay men aren't gay because they're men. And also, there's no men on this show.
Men.
But never mind that. But we can always tell, guys.
Right.
Okay.
He's so silly.
Be aware that when I make fun of or otherwise criticize trans entitled men,
Oh, that's his voice, by the way.
Mhm.
I'm not making fun of a minority. Men are literally
Not
not
already.
a minority. Trans, quote, women, unquote, are men.
And then he goes out of his way to make a transphobic remark. A factually inaccurate transphobic remark, by the by. But
Please explain how it's not factual. Go ahead.
never mind that. People like Mr. Block, not all that interested in reality or science or, that sort of thing.
I love that he quoted it verbally, like
Yeah.
quote unquote woman.
Yeah.
Because there are dumb people like you guys that think if I said trans woman, I was, well, you just said he's a woman. Okay. Yeah.
I wonder if he just doesn't believe in women. AJ, do you think he imagines that you're also a man, that all women are delusional about being women? That women, in fact, isn't even a legitimate category. All humans are just men. Some just make babies. Who's to say?
So I
Oh, how do they make babies? How do they make babies? What function, what referent gives them an ability to make babies? What is that? I think it start with a W.
have a family member that's transphobic, and he tells me something like, just because you say you're something doesn't mean that you are. And so I started calling him girl. And he got pissed off. He's like, why are you calling me girl? And I said, well, you say you're a man, but I don't think you're a man. You're very
Yeah.
feminine. And it went back
Yeah,
and forth.
people
And it's
believe
like, he's like, are you saying that that being a woman is bad? And
Why is she talking about this? What's that have to do with me?
I was like, no, it's a compliment. I'm giving you a compliment of being a woman. Like I'm welcoming you into the womanhood, basically.
So you just called him feminine. He's like, are you saying that's bad? Like, no, that's literally not at all. what I said. You're putting that on it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
They tell on themselves.
let's go.
Yeah. So then we see his disclaimer again. And, you know, in fairness, sometimes this is necessary. YouTube is fickle as hell about what's covered in copyright stuff. But I do want to note, back on the thumbnail thing for just a moment. The better than ever thing, you can see up in the corner of the screen, that's my logo, right? That's like all over my channel and my videos and so on and so forth. For all intents and purposes, that is my trademark, which means it is an instrument of copyright, sort of like a photographer's watermark on a photo. Ask me how I know all about that. Tampering with a person's instrument of copyright is a crime in the United States. And we know Logan
Yes.
is
No, it's called parody.
from Kentucky,
Mhm.
which he said when he gave his name and said that he has no preference for pronouns when he called Transatlantic. Tampering with an instrument of copyright carries a statutory $100,000 fine.
Nice. Oh, girl, you
So here he is,
so rich.
publicly being a criminal and providing us evidence of a very high liability criminal act.
Very lofty
Amazing.
crime.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So-
I didn't know that. That's fun.
Mhm.
It is a
for-
fun fact.
For instance, by the way. So, you know, if for example, if say you're a photographer and somebody comes through and like snips your watermark out of 10 images, that's 10 instances of copyright tampering.
Right,
Just,
right.
just for future reference. Again, not legal advice, just what I know from working with copyright law as a professional photographer. But the reason I mention it is not because I know Logan doesn't have $100,000. It's not worth my time to sue him over it. And honestly, I think I'd probably get laughed out of court because that's just a very stupid thing for him to have done. It's because he makes a point of saying materials used, fair use under the Copyright Act, yada yada, after his thumbnail.
Yeah.
And
is
he
in
literally
violation of
already broke that before this screen.
You're already in the weeds, dude. Just get on with it.
And
Has she logged this as a copyright? And yes, I just looked up. You can alter a logo for parody. Oopsie.
the irony of it is that he changed it to smarter than ever.
Yeah.
That part alone.
Oh, you mean I made a parody of her thing? Oh, thank you, AJ. Thank you.
Is
I mean, you know, I'm just a silly girl. Clearly, the big strong man must have a bigger brain, right?
I don't know what the hell you are, and I don't know where you get this big, strong man must have other brain. You guys are sexist.
Yeah.
What do you know?
I know the fucking and this isn't nearly as bad as it gets, but it's a tip of the iceberg kind of thing to demonstrate the point that we constantly have to make, that transphobia is just misogyny with extra steps. There is not a single person on this earth who is capable of being a transphobe without also being a sexist piece of shit.
That is a fact.
Yeah, because all these men entering women's spaces and refusing their no are misogynists.
I thought the same thing for a while. I was just like, I don't know if I like have enough experience to.
Yeah, shut up, Eli. I mean, why are you here? Why are you here? I mean, you're not saying much of anything, just like me on that one show.
Be sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it totally tracks for me.
It's just misogyny with extra steps.
Mhm.
Last night, I had the occasion while I was heading out to the grocery and to get dinner to get a notification that Skeptic Haven was having
Wait,
a
Can you
live.
pause it for a second? Do you know he points out that he was on the way to get dinner because we asked him so many times throughout the about 2 hours of the show to call in.
No, it wasn't 2 hours. It was going to the grocery, going to get my food, coming home. When I got home, I quit engaging with them because I was spending time with my wife. But again, they deleted my comments. So can they demonstrate that it was 2 hours?
And he kept saying, no, I can't. I'm busy. So he has to make it clear because like,
Yes, because you guys are so stupid that despite the fact I've said that many times, you keep emphasizing that I never called in. Why don't you just say he was too busy? Oh, and hey, since he offered to set up a time to discuss this, we'll set up a time to discuss it with him. But he's not worth engaging with live. We're going to talk to him separately. However, I will do both. I will talk to you live and I will make fun of you separately. So, come on.
he has his alibi as to why he didn't call.
Mhm.
Yep. He was in.
Yeah, it's literally an alibi when it was a spontaneous thing I listened to while I was at Kroger. Okay.
chat for the whole freaking show, but he was
Yeah.
very busy.
Yeah.
Stream with a woman and a man
Calling you a man, AJ?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Let me know what DSD you have. Let me know. But if you call yourself a trans person, then you're obviously a man that thinks he's a woman because you're dressed as a woman right now.
So, like, you know what I think he wanted? I think he wanted me to expose myself and show him. I think he's a pervert.
It's possible. Oh my goodness. Miranda says, I gotta do something about this. They're having the chats appear like across our faces. It'll do for today though. I can make the banner go on the other side of the screen, but
It's fine.
yeah. Anyway,
be
Miranda
alright.
says the main reason I hate trans people is because you defy the patriarchy. Right. Well, I don't know if it's the main reason or if it's the main reason for all of them or whatever, but that is a big reason because there's so many women. Like we've heard, you know, Robert Galbraith talk about how if he were born later, he'd be a trans man. But because he only found out about it too late in life, now it's too late for him. And so he's stuck being a bitter old woman who hates trans people who actually do transition. And other bullshit reasons, but that's neither here nor there. It's people who believe that women are lesser or deserve to be mistreated, and they hate women who aren't women, trans men, because they leave that. They gain male privilege when they transition. And it breaks their entire system that there are trans women, people who are born with male privilege and give it up to live authentically. Because
Right.
they'd rather be happy than have the privilege, you know? And they're like, this doesn't
That's
make
one
sense.
thing I have always said, and it's like, who the fuck would wish to be a woman in this patriarchal society that we live in, and how women are treated? Like, I'm so sorry, but no. But
Yeah.
but you are. So it's like, you have to be yourself. You have to be authentic. And yeah, they can fuck.
Ember seems to have an oral fetish. Always needs something in her mouth.
Yeah, you don't have any choice but to be yourself. You can fake it for a while, sometimes for a long time, but eventually you run out of fake it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wears on you.
Yeah.
You gave up pockets.
Yes.
I get pockets whenever I can get away with it. And also purses are cool, but I digress. I've gotten so many Discord messages and DMs and even a few emails from women deconverting, or they've been a member of the community for a while, and even a few religious people who are like, I'm so glad you're out there, not because I'm a trans person, but because I was raised my entire life to believe that being a woman was lesser and something, you know, that people should spit on, people should find revolting or just otherwise beneath human dignity. And then here you are trying so hard to be accepted as a woman, like seeing, and this is true for so many trans women. I can't begin to tell you how many other people I've heard with similar stories. It's not just being visible for other trans people that's important. It's being visible for the cis people who need to understand that gender is a social construct, that it is patriarchal bullshit, because they see us and they say, oh, there's people who want to be women. Maybe being a woman is something worth being.
Yeah. Love that.
Shatters the patriarchy.
Yeah. Absolutely. The idea that one would give up the like you said, the privilege, but like it's this idea that like there's a specific type of man that you're supposed to be, and if you can't be that man, your only value is to serve that man. And the idea that
Guess what? I'm not one of those men. Oh,
people would willingly step farther from that rather than try to be more like it, completely, it just doesn't it doesn't reconcile with how they've been taught to view the world.
It's so sad. It's so
Yeah.
oof. It's oof. It's so much oof. But I agree with Lil. Being a woman is awesome.
oh, well, wait a minute.
I mean, honestly, I can't really speak to the differences. I can speak to the
Wait a
difference.
minute. You just said, why would they give all that up when being a woman is awesome? Maybe because being a woman's awesome. Oh, did you just contradict yourself?
As to how one is treated by society, but I've always been me. I'm just not hiding being me anymore. So it's not, I don't know what it feels like to be a man because I never was one, you know? So I can't say it's better, but it is a lot better to be me, to
If you were never a man, then you can't be a trans person
not have to.
unless you're a trans quote unquote woman, but you claim to be a woman now without being trans. So Oh, I'm confused.
hide who I am, you know?
I'm like,
Sure.
it's not like you lived your life before transitioning the way you did willingly. You know, it was forced upon you by like societal standards and maybe by your family, maybe by the people around you. You know, it was sort of like, even if it wasn't like, you better be or else, it was like the pressure of having to perform that.
In some parts of my life, it literally,
sure.
okay. So
Look,
it was
look
more
at-
than social
look at
stuff.
the-
As many viewers
look at the title: Angry Blockhead versus Women. Does that mean Eli versus the two, that the one that claims to be a woman and the one that is? So, what is this title? Why is Eli there? I mean, I'm just confused. Is Eli a woman? I guess he is.
have known, and I've been trying to like stop being so personal on this channel, but at the same time, being visible in this specific way is literally why I'm here. So I am an intersex person. I am one of the people who was altered as an infant, and I didn't find that out until much later in life. So I was literally forced into a box that I didn't belong in
And that's awful. But what is your condition? What is it?
from birth. But also,
Mhm.
I am a trans person because I need the same healthcare trans people need for the same reason. Ergo, I am
That doesn't make you a trans person.
also a trans person. Holy shit.
Like, because like the majority of trans
You can only be a trans person if you want to be different than the sex you actually are.
I'm sorry, not trans, the majority of intersex people, the biological sex is chosen for them by the parents and the
Not-
doctors.
I don't-
Sometimes
not
one or the
majority.
other. Oh yeah, well, like I don't know the exact percentages, but a lot. Let's say a lot of them. Do you know the percentage? I don't want to speak the wrong. Term.
We don't have super precise data because, well, it's
Mm.
very hard to have any data, but we don't have super precise data because a lot of it isn't recorded. A lot of
Sure.
people don't find out until later in life. Like, for example, a lot of people with Klinefelters, for example, that's one that you hear about fairly often on the interwebs. Most people don't find out until puberty, when there's something that goes a little
Mhm.
astray developmentally, and they go through like several rounds of diagnostic testing before finally somebody goes, hey, let's do a karyotype, and they go, oh, you have too many chromosome X's and Y's, and whatever the fuck it is. People
Yeah,
don't
okay.
know until
Yeah.
later in life. Very often, that's true in my case, because in medical meddling when I was an infant, notwithstanding, despite there were a lot of anomalies about my body growing up, I didn't know until I was midway through my transition. Now, this is a fun story. I've told it before, but I'll keep it short. When I was trying to update my documents as part of my transition, I ran into a little bit of a wall. I couldn't update my gender marker because I was assigned female at birth.
But Logan here wouldn't fucking know that, but he thinks he knows. He already made the determination that you are a biological male. And the man, because they're different things. Male,
Yeah.
man are not the same word.
So
Not the same thing.
it was a bit of a mystery for me. I mean, it explained a few things. Well, lots and lots and lots of things, but it was a mystery like, how the fuck did this happen? How did I not know about it for so long? Et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, all the details, that's a long story for another time, and one that I've told before. This is already going to be a long show, so I'm not going to get into it. But the important part is things are often much more complicated than the people who want the world to be black.
So I have my tabs messed up. No, if this person is going to sit there and say I'm trans and they're presenting as female, that means they're male. And, I don't recognize it unless Ember has a male DSD, they're a trans person. So if Ember wants to share what that DSD is, and I will look it up. But otherwise, you're going to be male as long as you claim to be trans.
And white, on or off, male, female. There are no binaries. We try to mix some up, but there just aren't. Nature
Yeah.
doesn't work that way.
Can I say something right now? I know that Logan is listening. So Logan, I'm gonna speak to you.
Okay, speak to me.
You owe Ember a public, very honest, very heartfelt fucking apology. So that's my challenge
Okay. As soon as Ember shares what DSD he has.
for you. Okay.
I mean, I would apologize, but I think it's reasonable to understand why I was confused if I am. What's the DSD?
I won't hold my breath.
But it's out there. I put it out there.
He may feel differently after we finish this, but here's the thing. No matter
For that
how
part, for
wrong-
calling you a man.
right, no matter how often in the show we demonstrate him getting things factually wrong, does not change the fact that he went out of his way to be hateful and harass a person without knowing a fucking thing about them.
Oh,
And to be clear, harassing people is not cool, even if the thing you're harassing them about happens to be factually true. Don't
Or
harass
if you
people,
know-
you asshole.
no, like he owes you the apology, but you do not owe him accepting the apology. That's what I'm saying.
That's true. I'm seeing bits and pieces in chat that are like making me very question.
What
I'm
does
probably
that
missing too many
mean?
things. I'm trying to keep an eye on y'all. I love having y'all here. We love doing live so that we can interact with y'all. But I'm missing some context here and there. I can't see all of it. You know what I mean? So it's all good. Anyway, let us continue.
I suspect. I did take opportunities when I was in the grocery and driving, and I was at stoplights and stop signs. And when I
So he's chatting while driving. He's typing. He's not even texting while driving. He's chatting in a text chat while driving.
And watching the video, that means.
Amazing.
was parked, waiting for curbside.
Oh,
Two
he's
live
back.
chats.
He's back with a question.
However-
Hold up. He's back with a question in the chat right now. He said, what is the DSD? I think he's asking about your diagnosis, which you do not have to share.
No, one doesn't. To be clear, nobody is required to share their medical information with any other person. It's
Mhm.
your medical information. You don't have to.
This is correct, Ember. But I will pull the Matt Dillahunty thing that until you do, I'm not convinced you are a woman. Okay? I am not convinced you are a woman. And no, you do not have to share it with me. But as long as you call yourself a trans person or a trans woman, then that means you are a male who wants to be female. Sorry that logic gets past you guys.
Also, DSD is not the correct term. We use intersex. DSD is used by people who want to pathologize and dehumanize us, to break us down.
It's literally a medical term. And not all DSDs are intersex. All intersex is a DSD because you're not supposed to be that way.
Down into nothing but a diagnosis. We're fucking people. We are intersex people. Thank you.
Okay, I did not know that. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Oh, cry some more.
Good to know.
There's actually on my website where I keep so many resources for people. We'll pop over here because I figured I would need it at some point today. Intersex stuff right here. Intersex
Okay,
people
cool.
prefer to be called intersex, and this link goes to a survey conducted of a bunch of intersex people.
Okay. Lots of people I know don't want to be called cis. They just want to be called a man or a woman. But you guys do it anyway, don't you? Oh, hypocrites.
It's over a 97% preference. We do not like the term DSD. Just to be clear.
We called it in the book.
Very good to know.
Back over here. I will, however, say what is going on with me. What the hell is the term? Chimerism. I'm
I
fused
forgot you
twins.
said
Okay.
that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
in my case. Now, fused twins, chimeric fused twins, which is to say twins, identical twins split. One embryo becomes two. In my case, it's two embryos became one. Now, they don't always have different sex chromosomes, but in my case, they did.
Fascinating.
It is. It's really
Okay.
weird. And it also explains a lot of weird things about my body.
I don't know. I wouldn't call it weird. I think it's cool.
Yeah. I don't want to
Okay,
call it weird.
in
I think it's very interesting.
Right. Weird. See, this is me being corrected on terminology, and I'm referring to myself. I understand a lot of people have strong feelings about the term weird. In my case, it comes to mind as sort of like a diminution of what I'm used to being called, which is a little bit stronger language.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying I don't like the term. I use it myself on myself. Chad Harris, whenever he introduces
Yeah.
himself, said, "Hi, I'm Chad, and I'm weird," and it's
Yeah.
like I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, weird is cool. I mean, the slogan of the city of Austin, Texas is keep Austin weird, I believe.
Austin weird.
unless they
Yeah.
change it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to watch this much longer if they don't actually get to points. I will just have to restream at a later time and not do it live.
Like
Austin is very
Yeah.
cool.
Like,
normal.
let's-
Yeah.
To be clear, me calling myself weird does not mean that anybody else who has the same situation as me is in any way abnormal. Uncommon, sure. We're not as populous as I don't even know what to call people who aren't like the default condition singletons. I don't know what the term is for that. We're less common.
call them
There's nothing
singletons?
wrong with us, you know?
But
That's so
who
funny.
wants to be average anyway? Nobody.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with you necessarily. At least it wouldn't be the cause that you have an intersex condition. However, there is something wrong with you in that the purpose of a species is to propagate. That's what it's all for. That's what sex is for. And if you can't propagate, then what do you call that when you don't really serve a function for the species?
No, thank you.
I
Yeah,
don't even know
like
what
on
that
Jared
means,
said,
but
people who
Say
aren't
like-
weird are weird.
yeah.
Also notice right there, who decides gender? Well, why would we define gender if we're talking about it on our show? Why would we do that at the top of the show, define gender?
Yeah, what is normal? What is normal? All right,
Yeah.
we can continue on. I'm going to blank out my camera for a second because I need to turn my heater down.
You
Okay.
can see,
Been there.
you can see responses to me, but you will not see my comments. Why? Because this person named, oh, look at those multiple comments, AJ. What are they responding to? One big, huge, I was able to bypass YouTube's word limit. Free Badger, whoever that is, decided that since I wasn't going to call in, that he or she was going to block me. And since I am blocked,
Oh, wait a minute.
This is edited video, and he left the ads in. Amazing.
Right. But like he uses pronouns and he
no, it's not an edited video. It just popped up. It's not edited at all. Oh, was it? Oh, yes, it was. I'm sorry. But yeah, I messed up. So I forgot.
he forgot that when you don't know somebody's gender, like if I'm talking about my neighbor across the street who I can't really see what the fuck they're doing, what did I just say? They.
Yeah.
Shut
No, I
it.
don't think he forgot. I think he intentionally avoided it because he doesn't want to
Yeah.
legitimize it. I mean, like, not that like he doesn't want to participate in its
You guys were free to have me on the show and ask me, but no, you're going to straw man, and I'm going to make a fool out of you, and that's okay.
legitimacy, I guess, is the right way to say it, because it is legitimate.
Mhm. Yeah. And yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it is. But also it's dishonest because not calling in is not why. First of all, he wasn't blocked. He commented on this video after the fact. He's been in the chats of other videos since. He's not blocked. That's just not true. Saying stupid things that happen to be wrong is not the same as lying, however.
You can literally find the message where Bree says you're blocked.
The lie comes in a moment.
So it's not a lie. I guess I'll have to show my receipt on that. Let's see if I can find it. Oh my gosh, they really want to do this. All righty. Finding new things to do. Let's see. Skeptic Haven. All righty. Let's see. How can I find live? Live. This one.
philosophically, logically, scientifically, the purpose of life. We answered the biggest question humanity has ever asked. As an
Right.
Let's see. Bree Badger, apparently not too busy to type out comments, but if you need help focusing on your work, I can just block you for the rest of the show. You're just a keyboard warrior that's too much of a coward to call again. Because as soon as we point out lines are open, you're suddenly busy. No, I said I was busy from the start. And then finally, you did say you were leaving, so I figured I'd help you out. Good night. So yes, Bree thought that or stated that she would help me out and block me. So there it is, guys. You didn't even check the receipts on your own show. How bad is that? I've got the receipts and they're right there on your screen if you read them. No, you don't tolerate open discussion. And what are my transphobic comments that your sex is observed at birth? Is that transphobic? Oh, good. Oh, good. So they admit that my comments are gone. Okay, but I wasn't blocked. So I guess they went in through individually and got rid of all of them. It starts at the bottom. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, they admit they're in the trash bin, but I wasn't blocked. Okay. And I actually thought there might be a difference between being blocked from watching video. I don't know that you can actually block somebody from watching videos. I don't think you can. And being blocked in the chat. I thought they might be two different things. Yes, yes. Yes. Oh, look. Yes, yes, yes. Again, I'd be happy to I'll be civil, you be civil. There it is right there. I offered both of them to do this, to schedule a time to chat. And here they are scheduling this and not inviting me on. And yes, Ember identified as a trans woman. So therefore, that means you are a man in my system. Okay. So it's not an insult, but it was hypocritical of Ember to be saying whatever he was saying. Yes, if you're not a female, stay out. And I don't know what you are, but you're nothing as far as I'm concerned. Are you a man or not? What's your intersex condition? We don't know. Actually, I did know you were intersex, but since you sit there and go, I'm a trans woman, or I used to be a man, or whatever you want to say, then people are going to make this assumption, Ember. And unless you, which is none of our business, but if you continue to identify as trans, then you are obviously a man who wants to be a woman. Actually, well, no, I don't think I've replied her to that. Please show the receipts that I've replied after I said later, and Bree said, I just thought I'd help you out. Please show any comments I made after that. Did I say a trans person was not a person? See how dumb Ember is? She makes a category error and misrepresents me. Did I say all trans people were thugs? No. Men are not a minority. Category error. And let's go back to this request to ban me from Skeptic Haven. Okay, if they want to, they can. But, you know, I'm not going to ban pretty much anybody from coming into my chat and speaking honestly. You know, I have people insult me all the time. I don't block them. And nothing I said was about a minority. I'm either talking about men or women or a specific trans person. And if this specific trans person claims to be trans and they're presenting as a woman and they say they are a trans woman, then they are a man. You literally cannot be a trans woman unless you were a man. You literally cannot be that way. And they are trying to take statements of fact, or at least let's say I think they're statements of fact and I have a rationale behind them. They're trying to take those and twist them into racism and whatever it's called, disliking Jews. Oh my gosh, I can't believe whatever that term is. They're trying to twist them into those things when they're not. Now, am I going to get trouble if I said a Jewish man is a Jewish man is a man? A Jewish man is a man. A black man is a man. Those are the equivalent statements I would make that these guys are throwing a hissy fit about. And a trans woman is a man. Oh, I just stupid thing. Oh, darn it. Let's see. Back on. I guess I'll close the other window. Okay. So here we are.
To allow consent. It's a very complicated sentence, and it doesn't really seem to make sense.
Do not.
Oh, let's
All the other sort of factors that fit into that.
re-listen to that.
Like if we're gonna go with race, are we gonna make a bad thing
Yeah.
for short people?
They are designated male, female, man, woman. So a man cannot consent for other men to allow a woman into the men's room and vice versa. And this has been decided by other women, Bree, but you and these two persons on the screen do not allow women to deny consent to men.
Deny women to allow consent to. It's a very complicated.
Allow women to deny consent to men. Do not other women, Bree, but you and these two persons on the screen do not allow women to deny consent to men. Yes, the do not was an emphasis, and apparently it's confused them. It's a very clear sentence. They do not allow women to deny consent to men. It's exactly what I said. It's exactly what I said. Yet these guys who say they're smarter than me, at least, can't understand a simple sentence and a repetition for emphasis.
Deny women to allow consent to. It's a very complicated sentence, and
No,
it doesn't
it's not.
really seem to make sense.
I thought you were
Yeah.
smart.
Do not.
Yeah, that's called
Doesn't
emphasis,
say
Eli.
anything
Yeah.
these days.
I'm sorry, you're
I
so
don't know how
dumb.
many of those negations he intended.
Oh my gosh.
But
you're,
he said
you're
Now,
like
idiots.
six.
to be clear,
Oh my gosh.
absolutely no one is saying that men should be allowed in the women's room. No one.
Yes, you are.
When men come into the women's room, like say a security guard or a police officer chasing after a woman because they think she looks too manly, they should not be there. Hot take, I know.
Right.
The fact that that's a hot take is fucking crazy. to me.
Why? Why should they not be there? Why? What if they identify as a woman?
Don't chase women into
Breathe.
the women's restroom. Seems simple.
So like, listen. If we use his logic, right? I'm just using his logic that trans women are men and that trans men are women, and that women belong in women's bathrooms. The biological woman, I guess, or then that would mean
Yeah, that kind of sounds like what I'm saying.
that trans men belong in the women's bathroom according to his.
Yes. And, if they make women uncomfortable, they chose to do that.
Rationality. So, does he really want very manly looking trans men? Because there's some pretty handsome ones out there. They're gonna steal your girlfriends. Trust me. I don't think you want that, buddy. I don't think you want that.
Yeah.
Well, it decreases that feeling of comfort. If you've got somebody who looks like a bodybuilder with a big old beard walking into the women's room because they were
And that's happening. And that's something I said in my video that I hope they address.
assigned female at birth, so they're required to be there. And
No one is assigned female or male. They either are or they aren't. 99 point something % of the times, a just naked eye observation will work.
maybe they've even had lower surgery and they have a working fucking penis.
That part.
But no,
No, they have something they can either pump up to get it hard or they have something they can pee out of it. They do not have a penis.
they have to be there by law because it's what's on their birth certificate.
Eh.
Like, what the fuck are you doing? Now, to be clear, trans men, like I said, on crime statistics, they're invisible. They're such a non-threat. But it still is not going to make people super comfortable, you know?
Yeah. And if he's wanting to talk about women's comfort, then why is he not considering that? Because none of these transphobes.
Why don't you talk to women that have this position? Talk to Amy E. Sousa. I bet you could set up something with her. Try Maria out. You could probably talk to Emma Hilton about the intersex stuff. I mean, why do you guys hide and you just say, well, let's just block them? Anybody you want to talk to that's going to disagree with you is on some level going to be a transphobe by your terms. So you're not going to talk to anybody that disagree with you. And you can't talk to people honestly because you poison the well before you even get there.
Ever talk about trans men. So
Well,
and
because
because
it's about
A lot of them forget trans men are a thing. It's pretty
Yeah.
special.
yeah.
But also, as I've been seeing in lots and lots of places recently, and I really, really like seeing it in lots of places recently, people saying something to the effect of, it's such bullshit that we're holding one group of people's rights hostage over the
What rights are being held hostage? What rights are being held hostage? You are literally one of the most protected people in the workforce. Okay. So that's not it. You are literally crossing transgressing on the rights of women and you don't care. So what rights do you not have? Because you have extra rights. You've already maintained that trans women have rights over me. I can't walk into the restroom, the women's restroom. So why do they get those rights and I don't? Oh, because they identify. Identifying does not entail crossing sex-based boundaries. That's logic.
Fear that an entirely different group might abuse those rights. The problem is the other group.
You are abusing those rights. Okay. Any trans quote woman is abusing rights.
That might abuse the rights. You don't withhold rights
Right.
from a group of
Yeah.
people because someone else might do something bad.
What rights are somebody being withheld from? Why? What rights? And yes, trans women are men, and men are more of a threat to women than other women. That's a fact.
Like the problem is literally the cis men.
Right. Yeah, for a person to
Yeah, I knew that was coming. It's the cis men. Oh, honey, I'm going to make a video just by your comment, and we're going to have fun. I'm going to show you all these problems.
hide among trans people to do something harmful that relies on the existence of trans people not being harmful, like so that someone can hide among them successfully. Like it's such an it's a, I don't know if asinine describes it correctly, but like it's so nonsensical.
Yeah, because
but they don't
like,
think about that.
I don't think Eli knows what the hell he's saying.
Go ahead.
yeah, like the actual trans woman, I'm not talking about like they're saying that, oh, anyone could dress up like a woman and walk in the women's bathroom, right? Considering that, like actual trans women go through the whole transition process. Oh, not all of them. Sorry about that. But like they may have hormones, right? Hormone replacement therapy. They may have all kinds of surgeries. They go through hate. They wouldn't do that just to go in the bathroom to peek over the stall.
Right.
The men, the cis straight men that do that, generally speaking,
How does AJ know this? How does AJ know that they don't go in there to pick on the stall? How do you know? How do you know this?
don't even bother to hide it. They don't even bother to like put on a dress or makeup or anything. They just walk
Yeah.
right in and do it.
Is it, well, wait, what is it? Are you gatekeeping? Is it identity? Or is it going through this whole transformation? Which one is it? And again, I asked that in my video, if you guys would quit talking so much about non-relevant stuff.
Not even in bathrooms. They don't need to go in the bathroom to do it. They already do it outside the bathroom.
It's so wild that people think that's even necessary in a patriarchal society where rape culture is normalized and men who assault women in broad daylight aren't even prosecuted for it. Why would they need any extra steps when they can just rape you and get away with it as is?
Pretty much.
Ask me how I know.
Yeah, I won't.
But-
But I know, but yeah. Moving on.
Yeah. My goodness. There's a lot to be said on that subject, but it's not necessary. And relatedly, back in the 50s, when women started wearing jeans, oh no, the devil culture, the criminalization, the devil's taking over, all this shit. There were people literally arguing, well, if women can just wear jeans now, then what's to stop a man from walking into the women's room? Because if men wear jeans, women wear jeans, you can't always tell the difference between a man and a woman. So it could just be a man walking into the women's room now. You can't stop him. And of course, they were laughed at because they're like, what if you take a man and just put him in a dress? It works the other way too. It's just as stupid, but people
And-
said it.
Yeah, and just to point out, if it is about sexual attraction that somebody can commit a crime because they are attracted to women, what about lesbians? Should they not be allowed in the women's bathroom because they have the potential to,
Have literally not made this argument. Will they deal with the actual arguments I make, or will they straw man me? I'm betting straw man for the rest of the show.
Almost all the TERFs make a big point over second wave feminism. And that's exactly why. Because the third wave includes
I'm not a feminist. I mean, all this third wave, second wave, I don't know what the hell she's talking about. So there we are.
lesbians.
Okay, I didn't know that. What the
Second
fuck?
wave feminism was we can't let the lesbians into the bathroom because the lesbians will sexually assault us.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
But they're the LGB friendly group, just no T, except not the L or the B.
Yeah.
Apparently only gay men are allowed in the women's room. What the fuck?
And why that's another great point, because women are not scared of gay men because they're not sexually attracted to us. So they're not a threat to us sexually.
Oh, I hung out with a lot of gay men in the 80s. You'd be surprised how many tell me they're actually bi, but they don't tell you women. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So don't be too sure.
So it's, here we can say not all men. I know I hate that term, but like, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is it's only the extreme right wingers who get worked up when we talk about men, right? Because like
I'm not right wing.
the non-horrible men know that we don't mean
See, I mean, they're talking about stuff that aren't me, period, let alone what I have or have not said.
all men. You don't have to say not all men, because it's implied, it's implicit, it's inherent in the concept, it's entailed in the principle. Because it doesn't apply to decent men or good men or caring men or gay men. And the way I phrase that implies that gay men are none of the previous things, but that's just a circumstance
Good men stay out, so bad men stand up.
of the way words come out.
Yeah. We can.
Right. I've gotten the impression typically that if someone is talking to me about the way men have impacted them, they don't like that I'm not, at least in their
Yeah.
view, problematic. Like at least in my experience.
And you are here. We're
Well,
a trans person and a woman.
Yeah.
Who is like
But that's just
cis,
because I'm a bully, apparently.
That's his woman, sorry.
It's true. It's true.
I would have been there if you would have invited me, but you didn't. Instead, you want to talk behind my back and do all this.
Well, here's a weird question, Amber, but because you were assigned female at birth, which you already shared on this show, wouldn't you be considered a cis woman? Or does this still
So that's a definition thing, right? And
Okay.
again, the definitions are things we've all made up, but I have had people make this case.
No, male or female is a biological fact. Man or woman is a biological fact. This is not a definition thing unless you want to talk about a descriptive definition and a prescriptive definition. But these guys don't know about that.
To me. In fact, even before I found out I was intersex, as soon as I got my birth certificate back and shit and saw there was a big old fucking F on it, people were like, wait. You can't actually prove you're trans, because trans is defined as identified with a gender different from what you were assigned at birth. You have no way to show that
Trans is identifying with a sex that you are not.
you were assigned a gender other than woman at birth. Like,
Yeah,
No.
it is a weird
from
situation,
a
yes.
certain point of view, my gender identity does match what I was actually assigned at birth. However, that technicality notwithstanding, I was medically altered and then raised as if I were male and expected to behave in male ways. And it was a
Mm.
very, very horrible time. But the point is, I still need to transition, right? Like I still need the medical
Aw.
care. There's still other things I need that I'm not going to go into on this show, but I need trans care for the same reason trans people do.
Right.
So-
Okay, that completely makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for answering that.
Zero problems with Ember or just about any other trans.
Also, quick side note, cis people also do get gender affirming care. The
Oh, yeah.
same gender affirming.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you didn't call people what they didn't want to be called. And I've made it clear several times that cis is a slur. So stop being hypocrites.
care, and every single thing trans people use for gender affirming care, cis people do much more of. For example,
No, you're talking about plastic surgery. Now, if you want to say they're getting plastic surgery, okay, so are you. Then you're not getting gender affirming care. You're getting plastic surgery. And no, because if those fake penises worked, do you know how many people with micro penises and how many men, even men that are average, would be paying money to be John Holmes or something? Yeah. So that demonstrates that that stuff doesn't work really.
let's go back over to the website real quick here, because this is a fun one. Where the hell is it? It's in, I've got so much science here. Trans youth science. Where is it?
Probably all misunderstood. Wouldn't surprise me.
Youth persistence, youth desistance. Maybe it's not in there. Maybe it's in a different section. What I'm looking for is that there it is. Cis boys get gender affirming care far more than trans minors, and this is from the Journal of the American Medical Association.
Interesting. Wow.
Damn.
Okay.
Cis boys get top surgery far
Oh.
more than trans minors.
I know someone. Yeah, I know one. Mhm.
Really?
Because they have what's it called? Gynecomastia. Did I say that right?
Okay.
And is that an argument? I mean, what argument of mine are you challenging? And even if it's not an argument of mine, what argument are you challenging? What does your argument entail, Ember? What does it entail?
Yeah.
Yeah, gynecomastia,
Okay.
yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I butchered the pronunciation.
It's okay.
It was
No one
written
talks
right in
about
my
it.
head.
No one talks about it. Roughly, again, roughly a third of males develop breasts. So
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of men get breast reduction or removal surgeries.
Yep.
A lot of men, and most of them while they're teenagers.
Yeah.
Those healthy breasts that have never known a lover's caress or whatever the fuck Michelle Bailey said.
They're not breast. I don't think they have breast tissue in them.
They're so
see-
weird. They're so gross.
Yeah. This is why you are so valuable to the community, Ember. And I wish fucking people would listen, but some don't. We'll see. Maybe Logan here will, I don't know, learn something from this.
Not a
video.
chance.
Which yeah. You said it. Thank you.
It's an oof.
That goes both ways. Did you guys learn anything? Maybe I'm right, and your biases prevent you from knowing that. And in fact, AJ can't engage with any logical argument I bring. She just dodges. And Eli is an idiot that said he was going to bully me. But I call him a bully. No, I'm not. I want him to be a bully. I want him to be a bully. Okay, I am reading right here. Yes, gynecomastia specifically causes the growth and proliferation of glandular breast tissue. Oh, so I was wrong. It does. Rubber-sized lump beneath the nipple is driven by hormone imbalance. Huh. Interesting enough, I had that. I didn't think I did because it really didn't have, like, I've seen some that look like nascent breast. I just had the firm lump beneath my nipple, but it went away. You know what? I didn't get surgery, and even if surgery would come, I've been like, oh, I'll just deal with it. So yes, it does grow. And again, this is something wrong with the way it's supposed to go. Okay. And the way you're supposed to go is male or female, and you wanted to change that. This is a man, a boy that has breast tissue, and he's not supposed to have breast tissue because something went wrong. So he changes that. You guys cannot demonstrate that anything went wrong with you. I guess Ember could, but the trans women and trans men, quote unquote, they can't necessarily demonstrate that anything went wrong. Okay. So this is once again another category error by Ember.
You know, I do wish people would learn. Okay, first of all, the website's linked in every video description. There's a section specifically for trans science. It's in every video description.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get off here, and I might get to this later, but gosh, they're taking so much time. I mean, wow. My video is what, an hour and a half, and they're still, they said they're cutting out, and they're going an hour and a half already. And a lot of it's not even about me. So it's kind of hilarious. So I will just get off here, and I might return to this later. Yeah, sorry I messed things up trying to juggle a bunch of tabs, and at the beginning I didn't even have them on screen. So anyway, thanks for watching. Please comment, share, subscribe, all that deal, and help me fight the trans patriarchy. Yeah, my new term. Help me fight the trans patriarchy. I love it. Have a good one. Later.